I'm gonna wait for some of y'all to get up in here because we have to talk. And what I'm gonna say is probably going to ruffle some of y'all feathers because when I'm gonna just wait for some of y'all to get up in here so y'all can understand my viewpoints on why I say Armon Wiggins is dangerous. But I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. I'm going to expound on it. I'm not going to do a lengthy video because I expect nothing less from somebody who doesn't understand the law, who doesn't understand politics, who can't speak outside of female rap. Like, I just shared in the Bay Squad chat Wiley playing the TGIF Fox Soul live, and I must say, shout out to Al Reynolds. I don't think he's the best man, but the fact that he was able to articulate his talking points that made sense as a bisexual gay man, bravo. Claudia Jordan even articulating herself as a mixed race woman because we know how she is, colorist and all. But the fact that Armand, like, so first things first, hey Couture Bays, it's your girl Brat going live with the Breed Talk and Bay Squad. We have to talk. I think Armon Wiggins is dangerous. He is a part of the Black community that will literally sell you out to master. And why do I say that? They're speaking, and I didn't want to speak on this. I did not want to speak on this, but I was triggered. So, and they probably had him say this because they know he's ignorant. And again, he doesn't know anything outside of female rap. Hey, Reese. Hey, Darius. Hey, Miss Louisiana. Hey, Miss Callie Coco. Hey, Keita for sure. Hey, T. Thomas. So I was watching it, and I knew they were going to talk about the Roger Fortson, the Air Force airman, because I was about to say the Air Force soldier, airman out in Florida. Okay? Anybody that knows anything about Roger Fortson and the community, you know how they did that they went to the wrong house. Okay? They went to the wrong house. Not stepped away from the peephole because the girl was on the phone, right? On the phone, he was on the phone with his homegirl. Somebody, a woman, they on the phone, they hear a knock. But they don't see anybody because he said he looked out the peephole. That's what the girl said. I don't know if she's lying, but the body cam footage was released today. It was released today. Okay? Just so we're clear. They released it. They stilled him out. From the video, you see not only did the sheriff's office go to the wrong apartment, you see the pow is down by his side because he's trained. You would think the sheriff's office is trained too. He answered the door with it. Down by his side. That is not illegal. That is not illegal. They came because of a disturbance. Now, anybody who's been, who has called the law on people, then you know when it comes to the disturbance, they usually just don't quit overnight or whatever. So everybody was like, oh, it's an accident. No, accidents like this don't happen. Accidents like this don't happen, right? In my opinion, in my humble opinion, when you're a trained professional, because let's really talk about it, right? It was still down by his side when the man said, put the weapon down. He said, take a step back, put the weapon down. He didn't even wait for the dude to put it down. He shot. Y'all know what he did. Pow him. Then he said, get away from the weapon. And the man was on the ground. I saw it with my own two eyes because Gail King reported on it. So he's already down. And so he then says, oh, suspect calls it in after he 3 times. I heard 3 shots. I could be tripping, but that's all I heard. I only heard 3. So I'm like, okay? And y'all know he passed away. And they went to the wrong house. Fast forward, you have this panelist. We know Fox Soul TGIF, where Funky Diva used to be up there. I'm not tripping off that. You're entitled to your opinion. Armand said, actively today, he said, well, if he shouldn't have answered the door with the pow pow, maybe he still would be alive. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? In what world? If the police are scared to do their job, he wasn't going to be here anyway. And I don't believe that. I told y'all I don't believe in coincidences. I do not believe in coincidences. And I get it. But Armand, if you're going to be spewing this rhetoric, at least know all the facts. You know, when it comes to female rap, you spot on. But when it comes to a black man losing his life, you just say the first thing that comes to your mind. And then you started contradicting yourself. And I'm like, you're so dumb. It's dangerous. And this is why I say, instead of them trying to make Funky Diva mad, they should have picked the best man for the job. It's sick. It's gross. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, how you have Al speak sense and you don't have none? Not only are you young and dumb, you don't know anything. You're one of them. You're one of those types of gays. All you know is pop culture. You don't know shit about shit. And it's insulting and it's dangerous because you are a black man too. This reminds me of the white lady that said she thought she went into her apartment and it wasn't her apartment. Guyanese dog, exactly. I just don't believe that shit. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. There's a lot going on. And this is not the first incident. And I'm like, y'all already over there on Fox News because Fox Soul is a conglomerate of Fox News. Y'all already over there with people who are, and I don't care that they're Trump supporters. I'm just saying it for context. They back Trump. They support Trump. They believe everything he has to say. They are anti-DEI, okay? Very anti-DEI. It's very Officer Tatum over there, if you catch my drift. So, and when they speak, I give them some grace, and it's very limited. I'm sitting here and I'm like, there's no way you would say that. Like, Florida is open carry. You can have a weapon in Florida, but every day they're showing us what it is, right? And I try not to be like that. I don't know if I said hey to you, Bobby Ruffin, but hey, my issue with Armon is this. You could have at least did your research. I get it. Hard-hitting topics are not fun. But if you're going to give some political stance, anti-LGBTQ, thank you, Guyanese. Sitting over there proud. Like, I was so triggered, I was mad. And I'm not mad because of his opinion. I'm mad because he said it so carelessly. Somebody's life was taken. Somebody's life was taken. If the sheriffs, the police are scared to do their job, which they're vetted for with mental checks and everything else, it sounds like a setup. They were at the wrong house. And you're like, well, he shouldn't have answered the door with the gun. If you walk away from my peephole and I say, who is it? And I don't see you, I would think the same thing too. Oh, they probably trying to kick in my door or something. You never know. If the sheriff was scared, you don't think the airman was scared. And prayers up to Roger Fortson's family. I didn't think I was going to have to cover this story ever. And I'm going to change the thumbnail. But please do not accept any money until y'all get a conviction. Please do not accept any money until y'all get a conviction. I will play the soundbite for you guys because I believe in transparency, right? So let me play it so y'all can hear it yourselves. It says, body cam footage released of deadly police pow pow of U.S. airmen. Let me start it over here. Hold on. Fair use.
An airman inside his home. This happened in Florida. Roger Fortson was killed last week by a sheriff's deputy who was responding to calls of a domestic disturbance. Now, his family says the deputy had the wrong apartment. That deputy is now on leave as the shooting is being investigated. Nikki Batiste has more. We have to warn you here. These images are extremely upsetting.
This newly released body cam video shows an Okaloosa County deputy arriving at the home of senior airman Roger Fortson's apartment door, responding to a 911 call about a domestic disturbance. The deputy knocks 3 times. After the first knock, he steps off to the side. No one answers, and he knocks 2 more times, identifying himself. The video is partially blurred.
Sheriff's office, open the door!
Seconds later,
and I'm gonna let it play. But the first time, he didn't say anything. I don't answer my door. If I didn't expect company, I'm not answering my door.
And it opens the door. He's seen holding a handgun that was legally owned, according to his family. The deputy orders him to step back.
The man has his hand up.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! 312, shots fired. Suspect down.
Okaloosa Sheriff Eric Aiden says his department released the video to be transparent.
No determination has been made as to whether the deputy's actions were justified or not.
Fortson's mother, Mika, says her son was FaceTiming with his girlfriend during the shooting. The girlfriend told the family the deputy said something not on the body cam video released today.
They just said, oh yeah, he shot up. He shot up. My baby was shot up.
Fortson's family says he was alone and grabbed his gun only after he heard aggressive knocking on his door, peeked through his peephole and saw no one. Fortson's family claims the deputy went to the wrong apartment.
Roger was a gift from God.
He was a patriot, and so he respected authority. Why the police didn't respect him? That's the question.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Nikki Batiste.
So
Fortson,
disturbing,
yeah.
yes. So many questions because the sheriff's deputy identified himself, but that knocking was aggressive, and the airman, a decorated airman.
Who's licensed to carry a gun.
Yes, licensed to carry a legal gun.
So I see why he got the gun.
It was, yeah, a disturbing call. But by the way, the footage leading up to that is a neighbor taking the sheriff's deputy to that door. And apparently it's the wrong apartment of, you know, where this domestic disturbance, whatever the neighbor heard. So
I'm just thinking it's Mother's Day this Sunday, and his mom is
devastated.
the first time in her life not going to have her baby. It's
It
terrible.
seems extremely senseless.
yes.
And you have dumbass Armon, and yes, I'm saying it, who was like, well, maybe he shouldn't have answered with a, like, you live in California. You don't know nothing else. You don't know. You're not well versed. You're not well versed in politics. You're not well versed in how the world operates, because you too operate in a space of the color spectrum. You participate in recreational drugs. We've seen it. I expect nothing from you. If it's not about Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Ice Spice, the City Girls, your gay adventures, you don't know shit. So, am I surprised? Slightly, but you are dangerous. Because right now, more than ever, there's young black people that like you, Armon, watching you, probably ingesting it and thinking, oh, he shouldn't have. No, it's his every right. And the fact that he was a decorated little airman, young, on the phone, not only is his girlfriend traumatized, his mother is traumatized. Probably never been in trouble. The fact that he's in the Air Force tells me he's never been in trouble. In Florida, probably had great things happening. And y'all wonder why these new kids are saying F the U.S. You wonder why you have these people leaving the U.S. to go somewhere else because it might be safer. It's just so ignorant and so dumb and just so careless. You didn't even think maybe his mama might see this, because that's how dumb you are. Brains on ski slopes. Yes, amen. Give his family strength. And then instead of talking about this from an educated standpoint, you decided to go, well, you know, you guys, well, he shouldn't have had it. And I'm like, how does Claudia have more sense than you? And the neighbor who messed up can get it now too. The parents need to sue them too. And don't try to be a savior when you don't know who needs saving. Exactly. Exactly. Craig, let me see if they're still doing the live. Let me see. Because I was so pissed. I was so pissed. I'm sorry, y'all. It wasn't supposed to play that. It wasn't supposed to play that. Nope. I don't see it. Who is this? Nope, he's not live. Dang. That just, again, should I be upset? I have every right to be upset because as a black man, I would think you would have more empathy for another black man. But this is what a lot of heterosexual black men talk about, why they don't want to stand with their brothers of the LGBTQ. And I'm not trying to cause division or anything like that. But when you speak so just out the mouth like that, who raised you? You're on a political network and you don't know shit about politics, the culture, the climate. Do you know what type of year we're in? We're in election year. There's a lot of things heightened and pushed to the forefront in the mass media that a lot of us content creators got to speak on. And you didn't even have the vernacular or the couth to sit there and go, that's crazy. I need more details. Something. I don't really want to say anything because I feel like I might be ignorant on this. What do you have to say, Al? What do you have to say, Claudia? And then feed off of them. This literally happened last week. In the new millennia. They're showing up at the wrong house in the new millennia. In 2024. Al said they pick and choose who they want to show this aggression with because there was a white woman who showed up at the police station with a pow pow and she lived to tell the story. The sheriff didn't identify himself and then got scared when he saw the weapon. Instead of just saying, hey, tensions is high. He didn't hear ish. He didn't hear nothing. He didn't hear no domestic disturbance, but you scared? It's given setup. I don't care. And not only are you dumb, you're ignorant on purpose in a time where you're allowed to educate yourself. We're not friends, so I could drag your ass like Amanda Seales did Tiffany Haddish. We're not friends. We're not friendly. We don't hang out. And the fact that Mob Radio defends black men, I wonder what she has to say about this. I wonder if she's going to school you on your ignorance. I probably perceive her not to because you're not really friends like that. She could drag colorist Claudia. Is she comfortable dragging you? I'm disgusted. I really am. It's sad. It is sad because the one time you can show you're above the bullshit, you don't. And I don't care who anybody has to say about it because that's how I feel about it because you said it. And now it's on a digital footprint for the world to see. I can imagine what he thinks on the Gaza war, girl. Do he even know there's a war? I didn't see the show, but having sleep hosts at the wheel needs to stop. Ridiculous. Pray for the family. Hey, Kashmir. But those are just my thoughts, Bay Squad. I had to bring on that because I was so pissed. I was so pissed. And this is why Wiley be on your neck. You don't have real friends around. And oh my God, I cannot believe this. I am so happy that I have people around me that understand the world, understand the politics, understands everything about our blackness, from Jovi down to Yusuf, over there to Wiley, over there to AT2, over there to Gigi Darling, over there to Jovi Beauty, Auntie Sanitra, like the list. And you have somebody. I'm gonna have to play me some classical music before we do the primetime mixer because I'm pissed. We're not even safe in our own homes. We just did a whole bill and had to fight for it for Breonna Taylor. That was not too long ago. The civil rights movement is not even 100 years old. Some of you will never get it. Some of you will never get it. And that's why I do not talk about political content and that forum, because you have sleepy blacks working against us. He gave his thoughts on Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and he still don't fucking get it. They say you live long enough, you grow disgusted with certain people. Now I understand what Huey P. Newton was talking about. I get it. I truly get it. Now I get what, Angela Davis was talking about. It's like Zora Neale Hurston. Get Out is real. Yes, it is. Like, I shouldn't be surprised because that's who you are. And you're just too old for me to educate. You're not a child. You refuse to do the work. You refuse to understand. And had the audacity to speak on Jason Lee. And I'm not a fan of Jason's, but at least Jason wouldn't be caught dead saying that about a situation like this. And that separates the boys from the men. And to Sherelle's world, when you gave those thoughts on Armand, now I see what you were talking about. Now I see. I laughed at you, but now I see, because you were so spot on. In the end, I'm not telling y'all to unsubscribe. I'm not a hater. You're just dangerous when it comes to political content, when it comes to speaking on the community, the diaspora of blackness. You are dangerous. This is not the first time he's done something like this in such a way that just makes you go like, all that talent, just a waste. Do you think Armon will last another season over there? Yeah, if they pay him, because he's controversial. They're probably going to use that clip to go viral. Like, if they were smart. But it makes him look dumb. He's fucking stupid. Like, I can't even say it nicely because I'm so triggered, because someone's life was lost because somebody was scared. He could see the police, the sheriff being scared, but not the airman. Exactly, MJ. It's almost like he felt entitled to say these inaccuracies. Like, did they pay you to say that? Because if they did, then you are who I believe you to be. I miss what happened. I low-key don't want to know because I might get triggered. But y'all, that's all I have. I need to unwind. And on that note, comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.